Well, I think over the last 6 months, since the encyclical itself has been released and the Pope has made some subsequent comments, we're sort of amending our view. While we initially thought it was bad advisors, I think that something more may be afoot. Doing some research into the history of reforms in the Catholic Church, it was a medieval festival where masqueraders with grotesque masks took over the church and elected what was called a fool's pope. It's called the Effectual Papal. This is in the 12th through the 15th centuries. This is a pagan ritual, or pagan remnants that were seeping into the church. One of them also was nature worship. What is environmentalism but nature worship? And at these fool's pope festivals, they would worship nature, tell jokes, and make satires of Christianity. And Carl Jung, the noted psychiatrist in his book, Four Archetypes, said that jests, madness, and revelry make the clergy a mockery. So the clergy was involved in this process of making the church at that time look foolish. Rome at that time tried to outlaw this in 1581, and I'm wondering, as a scholar, if pagan forms are returning to the church this day. Those pagan forms of the fool's pope came from the pagan world of the Romans, and I'm wondering if that is returning to the church in a big way now. There's a relationship between religion, behavior, and social structure that is well noted in academia. And Orthodox Christianity channeled the forms of several ancient religions into making the social structure of Christian culture. If you know about how the Irish were catechized, they used the clover and used it as a symbol of the Trinity, that sort of thing. So they've used pagan forms in the past, but sort of channeled them into positive things. But I think that if we have a pope who doesn't view things in an orthodox manner, we're going to be having forms returning to the religion that are not orthodox. There's a word in Greek called hieros, which means holy, and there's another word in Greek that I want to bring up called phanon, which means to reveal. So hierophany, to reveal the truth, can happen in any form of religion, and I think we're seeing a revelation of a sort of animistic form in the church. An older level of consciousness let itself rip in the wildness, wantonness, and irresponsibility of paganism. And that was Carl Jung also writing in Four Archetypes. There are elements of nature worship, and I would say, contrary to some of the criticism, that this is not communism that has entered the church, it's rather paganism.